Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fab Friday at the races. Be sure to get your entry in for the $1,000 Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss drawing. Also, take advantage of tonight's Fab Friday specials. Here now are the changes, corrections, and scratches for tonight's racing program. In the first race this evening at 6 1/2 furlongs, number 2, Rise Up and Go, will carry 3 pounds over and race with blinkers on. Blinkers on, number 2, Rise Up and Go, 3 pounds over. In the second race tonight at 5 1/2 furlongs, number 3, Quick Omen, has been scratched. Scratch number 3, Quick Omen. Also scratch number 6, Dixie's Delight. Scratch number 6, Dixie's Delight. In the third race tonight, a distance of 6 furlongs, there are no changes. No changes in the third. In the fourth race tonight at 6 furlongs, number 8, Reef City, has been scratched. Scratch number 8, Reef City. In the fifth race tonight at 6 1/2 furlongs, there are no changes. No changes in the fifth. In the sixth race at 1.70 miles, there are no changes. No changes in the sixth race. And in the seventh and final at 6 furlongs, number 1, Flight Rider, will race with blinkers on. Blinkers on, number 1, Flight Rider. Those are the changes, corrections, and scratches for tonight's racing program. Post time for the opener coming up in 40 minutes. Up next, it's Handicapper's Corner. For the race.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Handicapper's Corner, as we're going to take a look at some of the action upcoming this weekend. It's another holiday weekend at Emerald Downs. Joe Withey, along with horse owner Steve Haar. Steve, welcome to Handicapper's Corner.
Thanks, Joe. I'm really glad to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Steve purchased a spot on this show at the WTBOA auction fundraiser event, and all that money goes to a great cause. And Steve had a pretty good off-season, Emerald Downs off-season between 2025 and 2026. We'll talk about that in a moment, but he's going to be going race to race with me, handicapping on our card tonight at Emerald Downs. It's day number 31, and as Tom mentioned just a few minutes ago, pick 6 carryover is growing. The jackpot pick 6 starts in race number 2 tonight, and that carryover now is over $20,000. So 10-cent jackpot pick 6. Little pot of gold there at the end of the rainbow. And it is growing. That's a good carryover total. Also, of course, the Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss after race 5. Sign up at a customer service center on track level by post time of the third race. So you got plenty of time. Fill out that free entry blank that you got when you came into the track. And you could toss for $1,000. There's a nice consolation prize in there as well. So the $1,000 horseshoe toss, our Fab Friday night tradition. Some great deals at concession stands and bars as well on our Fab Friday night. Yeah, so we're coming off last weekend with those 6 stakes races, Steve. And Steve, as you're going to find out, is well-versed in stake horses. But see, that Tiger took the Governors. He is now 7 for 8 in sprint races. Can he win the mile?
I think so. I mean, he had a good bounce-back race after the last one when Tax Code kind of got him in the stretch, and he came back well, and really look forward to seeing him running the mile. I think he's got a good shot.
He has been, well, as you can tell, an outstanding sprinter. 4 stakes wins here, 7 for 8 in sprints. Hasn't won around 2 turns as of yet, but very fast. And he is the younger brother of Slew's Tiz Wiz, who, of course, won the mile a few years ago and just had his streak in the Governors broken by his younger brother last Sunday. Aloha Breeze, her 9th stakes victory at this track. That ties Fleet Pacific and Ropers and Wranglers among fillies and mares in Emerald Downs history. 9 stakes wins at this track. Congratulations. And George Todaro is the leading owner, as he was last year. He won 3 stakes. Tom Wenzel won 3 stakes as a trainer. And we had some great performances as well last week. Howie Gibson, who you've employed, he's on top of the training standings.
Yeah, Howie's having a really good year. He does a really good job back there. He's got some great help and get some good owners, and he's got a good string of horses, and he's doing really well with them. Ron and Nina Hagen have really embraced him and helping him. He's a young trainer, and he's moving up, and I think he's going to be doing well for a long time. Yeah,
his first triple on Saturday, and then he comes back with his first Emerald Down Stakes wins with Matty going Coastal in the Angie C on Sunday. And Silvio Amador aboard See That Tiger. He maintains a lead over Kevin Krieger in the jockey standings as we head into our final full weekend here in the month of July. Yep, the Long Acres Mile Championship Sunday, August 16th. Looking forward to that, getting some feelers from outside of Washington State. So it's always a fun time when the mile field comes together. Top local horses and some others showing interest in our big event. Well, Steve Haar, he's done well at Emerald Downs, and you've raced at a lot of tracks around the country now.
Yeah, we ventured out to Texas this year. We've been with Justin down in Louisiana, Delta Downs, Turf Paradise, Remington, Canterbury, Santa Anita, Del Mar, Los Al, Canada.
Yeah. In fact, Tiz Macho Girl won the Washington Oaks back in 2022, and this was a nice upset for you, as she is going to. I think she was 20-1 or so that day, Steve.
Yeah, she was. Didn't expect this out of her, definitely, but I think Jake's on her, and he went to plan B, and she started passing horses early, and he just let her go, and she really responded well.
Big win. The favorite Sloctide there was second, but a 20-1 win, and that filly had a really good 3-year-old season and some future wins as well.
Yeah, she won I think she won the distaff here, and then won a couple stakes down in Arizona.
Yeah.
And we ended up moving her onto the breeding shed at the end of the meet in Turf Paradise, I believe. Yep.
Steve he keeps his eyes and ears open when it comes to young thoroughbreds, and he made a great deal, a purchase by a son of Bodie Express for the modest sum of
$2,000.
$2,000. The horse's name is Express Kid, and he caught fire later in the year last year as a 2-year-old, and I know he was a big price in the Springboard Derby at Remington.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at this race. He didn't run he's on the lead right now, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, we were on the outside post, and the horse inside of us broke well, and we just kind of rode along together. And then as he came around the corner, he just took off, kind of running away from noise here a little bit. A couple shippers coming in. It was you know.
It's always a tough race, the
It,
Springboard
yeah,
Mile.
yeah, it's always a tough race.
It is.
One of the things they told us was, you know, it's good to be here. It's good to be at Remington. The track's a little deep, and we trusted them, and we stuck around, and it turned out absolutely fantastic.
Wow, that was a huge victory. A $400,000 race. I think you had you won on the grass and the dirt coming into that race?
We had won on the dirt. We broke the maiden at Canterbury, and then ran down to Prairie Meadows, finished second in the freshman stakes, and then won on turf there at Remington, and you know.
And then the Springboard Mile.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, the events after that, and we're going to get to handicapping, but you put him in an online auction.
Yeah.
The feelers were out. I guess you must have had some indication that, well, you know, I think there's some interest in this horse.
Yeah. They called at 5 o'clock in the morning after the Springboard Mile win, and you know, nice guy from Paramount Sales, Patty Campion. You know, kudos to him. He was really well. Did me good. And he said it. You know, none of us envisioned what he eventually sold for, but he thought we had a good deal in the making.
A good deal in the making. Express Kid sold for $800,000 in an online auction after the Springboard Mile, and this Washington owner really made a great hit, you might say. But Steve puts it back into the game. He's got horses running here this weekend. He's always looking, but what a great deal. A horse purchased for $2,000, wins the Springboard Mile, money in your pocket, and then that fantastic sale. He's only been able to race once since then, and he led every step of the way but the last in the Sunland Derby.
Yeah, I got beat by a nose there. Pavlovian got him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there was no disgrace in that. Pavlovian went on to finish second in a graded mile race over in Louisiana. So,
and he's got a little break. Justin Evans has him, but he is expected for a fall campaign. We're talking Express Kid.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so, Steve, that was we were so happy for you. I mean, that is just such a rare opportunity to purchase a horse for that meager of a sum and sell him for that high of a sum. And good luck to Express Kid. Good luck to Steve as well. And Steve, let's do some handicapping today.
All right.
That's why you got into this thing. You wanted to show me up, and let's see what we can do here. The first race is a non-winners at 2, a sprint for 3-year-olds and upward. Who do you like in race 1 today?
I'm going to take 6.
Okay.
Clealum is how I'm going to pronounce it. And, you know, he had 4 races in 5 weeks. He's coming off 3 weeks off, so I'm looking for him to perform well. Tomlinson numbers are good. I'm looking for him to finish strong here.
Okay, I'm with him as well. Yeah, some little bit of time off, and he's going route to sprint. He sprinted okay, and certainly his routes he just missed last time out. We like the morning line favorite for Joe Toy there, Kyalum in the first. The second race, a couple of scratches, take out 3 and 6. So this is a field of fillies and mares, non-winners at 2 at 5.5. What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Whiskey with a Twist here. Big class drop. 12.5 to $5 grand, and looking for him to show up here. I originally liked Dixie's Delight, but I'm going to go with Whiskey with a Twist.
Okay. I'm going there as well. She broke her maiden in a short sprint at Turf Paradise and has shown speed at Emerald Downs. As Steve mentioned, a drop in class. So we're going together there in the first couple races. We've got older horses in the third. By the way, the second race does start that jackpot pick 6, races 2 through 7 tonight. 6 furlongs in the third. Older horses. Peter Flies dropped down in class a little bit. Well, actually, he didn't. He stepped up to 3,501. He's always been pretty fast. Also coming off a win, multiple wins, is Roll Dem Bones. He won the Hollywood Harbor Sprint Series again. He won it 2 years ago also. Who do you like?
I like Real Good Magic here.
Okay.
Elmador getting back on. Last time they won, and, you know, I don't know if this is as tough as race as the allowance race, or I don't see a break there. There's some good horses in here, so I'm going to go with Real Good Magic.
Yeah, I thought this might be just a little bit of a drop in company for him, and that's going to make him tough from the outside with Silvio Amador for Dan Markle. We like Real Good Magic in the third. Let's see if we have any differing picks coming up. Who knows? Older horses in the fourth race. The Lucky One Lemonade Purse at 6 furlongs. Scratch the 8. Steve?
I'm going to go with Handsome Ticket here.
Okay.
Got voided on the claim last time. Broke in the air. Lost to Roll Them Bones. Tough group. Looking for him to bounce back and break well and go gate to wire, I believe.
Yeah, for 2,500, he looks tough getting away from Rolled Them Bones. Yeah, 174 for me, 172 for Steve in the fourth race. Let's go on to the fifth, and this is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. Later in the card, we've got some great field size. The last few races go 7, 8, 9, and I believe it's 9. 7, 8, 9, and 9. So that late pick 4, last pick 3, and even, of course, the pick 6 got some good numbers in there. Fifth race, good field here. Non-winners at 3 at 6.5. Steve?
I'm going to go with Swift Cairo, the Tom Wenzel trained horse with Castellanos up. A little bit of a class drop. Just think this is the horse for this race.
She's dropping, and really, she just had a poor start last time out. She spotted her field. She's not generally on the lead in sprints at all, but really was compromised in her most recent. And if you give Miss Dynamic a big early lead, you're in a little trouble.
Yes, you
in
are.
Emerald Down sprint races through the years. Okay, I'm going to go Kier Royale in here. I think she's got a good chance up front. She dropped in class for Kay Cooper a few weeks ago and did go wire to wire at 6.5 furlongs. And she subsequently did not break well, still ran a strong second. Kinky Moon is really sharp. Neither one of us putting her on tops, cut and curl, but I like Kier Royale up front there in the fifth. And Steve going with number 6, Swift Carol. The sixth race is the Fun Times Friday Allowance feature, sponsored by Jody Peets with some enhanced purse money for the starter allowance horses, an outstanding $24,000 purse. Pistol Power, he's got it over Aloha Breeze and Sleuth Tiz Wiz as far as total wins at Emerald Downs. An amazing 14 wins at this track for Pistol Power. In fact, 2 straight for that venerable 12-year-old. Who do you like here?
Well, I'm going to go with House of Lords here. I'm a 6-time winner at Emerald Downs, and ran well last time out. I think it's a tough race. There's several horses in here I think might be able to compete. Pistol Power being one of them. Grandson's favorite. Absolutely loves the horse. But I'm going to go with House of Lords here and Jesse Velasquez and see if he can get it done.
Okay, well, Jesse also, of course, has Pistol Power, and they're not happy with me right now in their in front of their TVs because I said 14 Emerald Downs wins. He has 15 Emerald Downs wins. He's the leading active horse. Pistol Power has been amazing. But House of Lords, wow, you're right, Steve.
Yeah.
He has just been super tough. He's 3 for 4 at the meeting. He stalks that pace and finishes, and according to the conditions, he's really not giving weight. So he is the horse to beat. Blake Nunnally back up for Jesse Velasquez. That is the Fun Times Friday feature race at 1.70 miles. And then the 7th, there'll be a lot of interest in the 7th race tonight with the multi-race exotics. We have one first-time starter. That would be number 5, 2 Cruise by Dancing Candy. And this is a maiden race for 3-year-olds and up at 6 furlongs. 2 Cruise is the morning line favorite. 1 Phil's going to have some interest at the windows as well, coming off a good second. How do you see it?
See it with 1 Phil.
Okay.
Just looks like the one here. He's ran well last time, 61 buyer.
Yeah.
Everything looks good there. First time starter for Kay Cooper, 3-year-old. Danzig Candy looks good. Had a little break in there, but other than that, looks like it's going to be a tough race between those two.
Yeah, Kay Cooper has been really good with her first-time starters this year.
Yeah.
One who didn't win first out was Stratojet, who didn't break well, and then he just dominated in his second start. And One Phil ran into him, finished second. One Phil also was in that CU Now victory, that 107 and change maiden race a few weeks back. He was third in that race. So he looks like the horse to beat. I'm going to go long in here with the 2-horse Melvin's Loot, who in his 3-year-old debut a little more than a month ago, he ran a really good second to Eddie Coyle, who came back to run well. And last time out, he broke just a little bit slowly. Stratojet was gone up front. Yeah, One Phil beat him, but I like the way he ran on. He gets more ground today, and looking for an even start. Kevin Krieger picks up the mount for Rosie Simpkins. I'm going to go Melvin's Loot in the 7th, and Steve Haar is going One Phil in the 7th. And we've got some great action to follow this evening, Steve.
Yes, we do. It's going to be a couple of really good races here. You know, like this House of Lords race with Pistol Power and the gang in there, and a couple early races that look really intriguing too. You know, the Roll Them Bones race is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of good horses.
So your grandson is likes Pistol Power, like
Pistol
a lot of
Power.
us do.
Yeah,
That's good.
He reminded my wife when we left the house. You know, he first bet on him when he was 7 years old, and she said, "Well, how old is he now?" He goes, "Got to be 12. He's got to be 12."
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of shocked by it, but yeah, he's definitely 12 years old.
Well, good luck to Steve with his horses.
Thanks, Joe.
He did great last fall, and of course, Coastal Kid, it was an excellent horse for him for a lot of years as well. Stake winner here. And your picks are on the line, so are mine, and everybody else gets to make theirs as well. 7 races coming up on a Fab Friday at Emerald Downs. Have a great evening.
All right, thanks, Joe, for having me.
And for some added entertainment at Emerald Downs on a Fab Friday, out by the winner's circle, ready to rock and maybe roll, welcome Foot Stompers. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Emerald Downs Racing just minutes away here on a Fab Friday. And we've got a beautiful Friday evening for thoroughbred racing at Emerald Downs. Thoroughbreds today and tomorrow, and quarter horses as well as thoroughbreds on Sunday. Our last three races will be 2-year-old quarter horse qualifying heats for our championship event for the quarter horses several weeks down the road. And we are getting closer to Championship Sunday, August 16th, just 3 weeks away from this Sunday at Emerald Downs. So getting close after all the events of last weekend, the 6 stakes races, horses moving to the front of their division, some just staying there, like Aloha Breeze, who has been fantastic here. In her 5th season of racing, she's been divisional champion at Emerald Downs, ages 2, 3, 4, and 5. And off to a 3-for-3 start with 2 stakes wins this year. Aloha Breeze, owned by George Tadaro, trained by Tom Wenzel, and ridden last weekend by Adrian Castellanos. All right, the first race horses are going to kick things off in a sprint at 6.5 furlongs. It's a non-winners of 2 condition, 3-year-olds and up. Number 1, Go Lent Go. Go Lent Go, a Hastings regular the past couple of years at Emerald Downs this year. And she's in the barn of Jamie Cruz. She was claimed a couple of times in 3 starts at the current meeting and comes off her best finish. She was 3rd, beaten less than 2 lengths. I'm calling her she. Go Lent Go is a son of Lent, a 5-year-old BC bred gelding. Alex Cruz rides, and he has been up aboard Lent for all 3 of the horses' starts here at Emerald Downs. He is going route to sprint, a good stalking 3rd place finish in that 1-mile race earlier this month. He goes against Kai Alum. Kai Alum's number 6 in here, who edged him out in that mile race. So Go Lent Go, certainly a contender. Number 2, Rise Up and Go. He comes out of a 1-mile race, a maiden race, and he was claimed in that race. He's now in the barn of Jesse Velasquez. He did run 2nd in his first try at a mile, but he's going back to a sprint distance, has a placing in a sprint in maiden company here at Emerald Downs. Generally a little bit off the pace. Adrian Castellanos aboard. Blinkers on as well. Blinkers on. Rise Up and Go, the Oregon bred by Rise Up. There's the 3 Fruit Loots. Fruit Loots looking for his first win of the year. This is a non-winners of 2. He won a couple years ago here at Emerald Downs. He won right up on the lead. And his better races come in a stalking mode or very close to the lead. He comes off a 2nd behind the sharp sprinter Mo Gray. In fact, he gets away from Mo Gray, who's outrun him. Mo Gray has outrun Fruit Loots in Fruit Loots' last 2 trips to the post. Kevin Krieger back up for Rosie Simpkins on Fruit Loots. 4th start at the meeting for Fruit Loots. Giant Impact. He is back in the barn of Kimberly Johnston after being claimed in his most recent. And he's been right there knocking on the door. He hasn't won at this meeting, but he has has a 2nd and 2/3 and a 4th, narrowly beaten 4th. So Giant Impact would be no big surprise in here. 6-1 morning line, currently at 12. Alex and I aboard. There's Hacksaw Mountain. Hacksaw Mountain sprinting and back in for 8,000. Non-winners of 2 for Jose Navarro. Outside is Kai Alum. Kai Alum is in for 8,000, non-winners of 2 again. He's been right there a couple of times going a mile. Has a 3rd in a sprint earlier in the meeting. And good tactical speed for this Joe Toy trainee with Silvio Amador aboard. 6 to the track for race 1.
And the horses take the track for the first race tonight. The first race, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. It's the Coppiers Northwest Purse. Claiming event, purse of $11,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 2, Rise Up and Go, will race with blinkers on. Blinkers on, number 2. Post time in just over 5 minutes for the opener. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, where tonight we ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. We welcome Eric Thorson, who worked at Longacres in the 1970s. He graduated from Washington State University in 1981. He's been a flight attendant with Alaska Airlines since 1983 and currently sings with the 85th Street Big Band in North Seattle. Now here's Eric Thorson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Eric Thorson.
Race number 1 at Emerald Downs. Horses on the backstretch in a little warm-up mode. And we're going to have a 6.5 furlong sprint for 3-year-olds and upward in this first race. Early pick 4 starts here. Rolling doubles and rolling pick 3s. Let's go up to track announcer Tom Harris for his selection. Tom, you didn't expose all your picks on Handicapper's Corner. We got some fans waiting out there.
All right, well, let's see if we can do some good here. We've got a half dozen claimers. Pretty tough little claiming bout here at 6.5 furlongs. I go to Fruit Loots here, Joe, number 3, who tries again after the closing effort. Game efforts at 6 furlongs. Extra distance, I think, will be a plus here for Fruit Loots. Number 3, Kevin Krieger has the call here. Number 2, Rise Up and Go. They put the blinkers on today. Adrian Castellanos has certainly been a hot hand lately here at Emerald Downs. He's got the assignment for Rise Up and Go. This one looms a late threat from off the pace. Well-placed efforts here so far. And Kai Alum, number 6, rounds out my 3. This one shortening up the step here after a near-miss effort going a mile. Going to try 6.5 here tonight. I go 3, 2, and 6 in the opener.
Okay, Tom, 3 on top. Fruit Loots, Kevin Krieger for Rosie Simpkins. Fits very well, and he is currently at 9-5, a slight second favorite behind Kai Alum. I'm on Kai Alum. Steve Haar on our Handicapper's Corner show also picked Kai Alum, coming off a couple of mile races back to a sprint on good form for Joe Toy. So, couple of votes for 6, and Tom on the 3 here in the first.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the first. Captain Louis DeFazio brings us the terrific views from high above. The Emerald Downs drone circling just behind the 6.5 furlong start here tonight as we get set to kick things off here on this Friday evening. Go Lent Go will head to the inside spot. Currently 7-2 on the board is Go Lent Go. Fruit Loots looks it over, goes on in. Now they're joined by Giant Impact. Hacksaw Mountain, one from the outside. Kai Alum is the favorite at 6-5. Now comes Rise Up and Go, one off the rail. Kai Alum last one. Now they're in. And runners away. Good start for Giant Impact. Kai Alum off well, and Hacksaw Mountain broke alertly. Fruit Loots under a go, out of the chute onto the main oval they go. Rise Up and Go just back of the lead set. Go Lent Go kicks on at the rail. They sprint up the back stretch, and it's Kai Alum out front by a length. Fruit Loots at the rail now, 2.5, and Giant Impact's holding third. Go Lent Go scoots up at the inside at the rail and is right up into contention now. Hacksaw Mountain's dropped to second last. And racing 2.5 back of that is Rise Up and Go, and around the far turn they go. It's Kyalem who's lengthened the stride, now clear by 3, 22.44 that first fraction. Fruit Loots is tracking second. Back third is Go Let Go with a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch, and Kyalem turns for home out front by 3. Fruit Loots is chasing, and Go Let Go a furlong away. Kyalem holding gamely out here. Fruit Loots chasing on the outside. Go Let Go with a late rally now in deep stretch and 70 yards away. It's Kyalem, but here comes Go Let Go on the attack. Those two hit the wire together. Go Let Go from the outside. Kyalem at the inside. Then it's back to Rise Up and Go and Fruit Loots, followed by Giant Impact and Hacksaw Mountain. They stop the clock in 1:17 and 72/100ths. First two finishers on the board. First, it's number 1, Go Let Go. Second was number 6, Kyalem. Photo showing number 3, Fruit Loots, finishing third. And finishing fourth was number 2, Rise Up and Go. Once again, the running time, 1:17 and 72/100 First race tonight, the Copiers Northwest Purse. Results for the first race official. The official winner, number 1, Go Let Go. In the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, it's Go Let Go. Owned and trained by Jamie Perryman Cruz, ridden to victory by Alex Cruz. A 5-year-old dark bay or brown gelding by Lent from Go Sell Go. She was sired by Finality. Bred in British Columbia, Canada by Foundation Racing Stable. Here's a look at the prices for the first race. Winner number 1, Go Let Go, returns $9.64 to win, $3.70 to place, $2.78 to show. Number 6, Kyalem, the runner-up, $3.02 to place, $2.48 to show. Number 3, Fruit Loots was third, $2 78 cents to show. The winning exacta, $13.25. 50-cent trifecta, $15.05. 10-cent super, $9.48. Coming up, the second race tonight, the Elysian Brewing Purse at 5 1/2 furlongs. Reminder that number 3, Quick Omen, has been scratched. Scratch number 3, Quick Omen. Number 6, Dixie's Delight, also scratched. Scratch number 6, Dixie's Delight. Post time for the second race coming up at 7:24. 17 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget to enter the $1,000 Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss drawing. Simply place your entry in the bin next to customer service on the track level. Do that before post time of the third race tonight. We will select 3 winners and 2 alternates to throw a horseshoe after the 5th race this evening. If you get a ringer, you win $1,000. If no one throws a ringer, the horseshoe closest to the stake will win $100. Be sure to get those entries in. And don't forget tonight's Fab Friday specials. Half price best bet combos, ices, garlic fries, hot dogs, fountain soft drinks, hand scooped ice cream, and root beer floats. For those of you 21 and up, we have half price fireball shots, ciders, seltzers, margaritas, and draft beer. Check out our new Friday night special drink, the Afterglow, for $14.95. And we have specials on Lucky One lemonades.
Yeah, race number 2 coming up at Emerald Downs, the Elysian Brewing Purse, 5.5 furlongs. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Non-winners at 2 condition. And yeah, very much looking forward to the weekend. Premio Esmeralda Festival, both Saturday and Sunday. The dancing horses on the track before the first race is always a great show. Some outstanding food vendors in the park as well. Saturday and Sunday starts tomorrow. In fact, the gates open at 11:30, and the first horse show is at 1:30 tomorrow. The first race will be pushed back just a little bit. Fiesta Premio Esmeralda started back, I remember the year 2007. It was a little damp that day in July, but most years it has been fantastic weather. Any way you look at it, a great festival recognizing the Hispanic contribution to thoroughbred racing here in Washington and at Emerald Downs. Okay, the second race, let's take a look at the field. This is the start of the Jackpot Pick 6. The carryover has grown to over $20,000. So more and more interest in that Jackpot Pick 6, just 10 cents to get in. Number 1 is River Dance for trainer Scott Freeman. River Dance, again, these are fillies and mares. River Dance making just her second start of 2026. So, you know, she could certainly move forward. She doesn't have a lot of early speed, but her lone career victory is here at Emerald Downs. River Dance, second off the bench, taking a little drop in class. Alex Cruz aboard, and can he ride a closer? Well, perfectly timed ride there on Go Lent Go in the first race. Cruz aboard. Cruz has won 5 titles here at Emerald Downs, and that is a tremendous figure. 2020 through 2024, Alex Cruz won 5 consecutive riding titles. River Dance from the rail. Hot Betty is going to be number 2 for Elodio Madrigal. And Hot Betty, just her third start of 2026. She's been unplaced in her first couple. Back in for 5,000. Going route to sprint, however. And her lone career victory is in a short sprint. There she is, Hot Betty, daughter of Conquest Fahrenheit, who was an outstanding turf sprinter on the West Coast by Scat Daddy. Hot Betty has Kevin Orozco aboard tonight, and she generally comes from a little bit off the pace as well. Scratch the 3, number 4, Slippery Silk. Good speed from this daughter of Tom's Tribute, a Calbred 4-year-old. 2 starts in her career, and she has led deep into the stretch both times. Most recently, all the way to the wire for a win for Maiden 10,000. Kevin Krieger's back for Debbie Peary. So Slippery Silk has shown her heels in both of her starts, has excellent speed, and is only going 5.5 furlongs. Her winning distance was 5/8 a couple of weeks ago. Number 5, Obsidian Storm, a 3-year-old filly, the only 3-year-old in the race, and she is a maiden for trainer Francisco Rodriguez. Adrian Castellanos aboard. Castellanos having an outstanding season here at Emerald Downs. Trails only Silvio Amador, Kevin Krieger in the jockey standings, and winning at 25%. Obsidian Storm did have a unofficial victory at 1,000 yards down at Los Alamitos. So, and not the greatest trip in his first Emerald Downs start of this meeting. So 1 to consider at a price. Scratch the 6. Whiskey with a Twist goes to the track at 9-5. And Dynamic Morning Line says 6-5 as she drops in class for Jennifer Nunnally. Has a sprint victory at Turf Paradise back in April. Looking for her first placing at Emerald Downs, but again, dropping in class. Blake Nunnally aboard on the track for race 2.
And the horses are on the track for the second race tonight. It's the Elysian Brewing Purse at 5 1/2 furlongs. Claiming event purse of $9,000. It's for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 3, Quick Omen, has been scratched. Also scratched number 6, Dixie's Delight. Post time in just over 5 minutes.
Race number 2 at Emerald Downs starts the jackpot pick 6. Still have a little time. And that wager covers races 2 through 7. 1 horse per race costs 10 cents. So you can include 2 horses a race. And that's going to increase the price of your ticket. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 120. That's $12.80. So if you have 2 horses a race, just $12.80, and there's a big carryover over 20,000. Tom, who's going to start off this first leg in the pick 6 with a win?
Well, how about Slippery Silk, Joe?
Okay.
Let's try Slippery Silk here. Slippery Silk was impressive maiden winner, tries the non-winners of 2 bracket now, so Kevin Krieger on board, opens up at 3-1. This one currently your even money choice here. I'll put that one on top. Whiskey with a Twist on the outside second selection, and number 2, Hot Betty, rounds out my top 3. I have it 4, 7, and 2.
4-7-2. Slippery Silk has been fast in each one of her races, a third, and most recently a first. None of these have won 2 races. Slippery Silk currently even money, looks to be going off the same odds as Whiskey with a Twist, number 7. I did go with number 7. Dropping in class, she does have tactical speed as well. So chance for her certainly to wake up. Blake Nunnally aboard for Jennifer Nunnally, and Steve Haar on number 7 as well. Steve and I on the 7. Tom's on the 4 in the second.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the second. River Dance, first one to go in. Now Hot Betty steps up. Slippery Silk, even money choice currently. Obsidian Storm looks it over. Three to 2 now on Whiskey with a Twist. Outside post goes right in. The Elysian Brewing Purse at 5.5. And runners away. Good start for Whiskey with a Twist on the outside. Here goes Slippery Silk straight to the front. Hot Betty picks up the chase third now. 2.5 clear of Obsidian Storm. Then another 3 to River Dance. They hustle up the backstretch, and Slippery Silk leads it 3 parts of a length. Whiskey with a Twist just to the outside second, 1.5 lengths clear of Hot Betty racing third. Still 5 now to Obsidian Storm and River Dance. Around the turn they go. Slippery Silk, the leader by 2. Whiskey with a Twist is chasing in second. Then we go back to Hot Betty. No change in the top 3. River Dance is called upon, and Obsidian Storm now at the tail. They round the turn and run for home. Slippery Silk takes them to the final furlong. It's Slippery Silk out front by 3. Whiskey with a Twist is chasing, and River Dance kicks on late from the outside. Deep stretch now. There goes River Dance. River Dance up for the victory. Wins it going away by 3. Whiskey with a Twist, then back to Slippery Silk, followed by Hot Betty and Obsidian Storm. Time of the race, 1:05 and 8/100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the second race tonight. Finishing first, it was number 1, Riverdance. Second was number 7, Whiskey with a Twist. Finishing third, number 4, Slippery Silk. And finishing fourth, number 2, Hot Betty. Results are official. Second race tonight, the Elysian Brewing Purse. Once again, the running time was 1:05 and 8/100. Your attention, trainers Gary Greiner, Jose Puentes, Diego Briones. Contact the claims clerk, please. In the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Riverdance. She's owned by Freebrook Racing LLC, trained by Scott Freeman. Score that a riding double for jockey Alex Cruz. Riverdance, a 6-year-old bay mare by Tonalist. From Rapid Rhythm, she was sired by Successful Appeal. Bred in Kentucky by R.S. Evans. Here's a look at the prices for the second race tonight. Winner number 1, Riverdance, returns $14.30 to win, $4.44 to place, $2.40 to show. Number 7, Whiskey with a Twist, $2.50 to place, $2.10 to show. Number 4, Slippery Silk was third, $2.10 to show. Winning exacta $19.98. Early double paid $30.46. 50-cent trifecta $14.32. The 10-cent super $6.50. Coming up, the third race tonight, it's the Olympic Eagle Purse at 6 furlongs. There are no changes in the third race. Post time set at 7:50, 18 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget you still have time to get your entries in for the $1,000 Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss drawing. Place your entry in the bin located next to customer service on the track level before the running of this upcoming third race. We will select 3 contestants and 2 alternates to throw a horseshoe after the 5th race tonight. If you get a ringer, you win $1,000. If no one throws a ringer, the horseshoe closest to the stake will win $100. It's the $1,000 Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss tonight.
Race number 3 at Emerald Downs, start of our 50-cent pick 5. Races 3 through 8 tonight, the 50-cent pick 5. And that jackpot pick 6 underway with a 6-1 winner. And good handicapping if you had River Dance on your ticket. Scott Freeman trainee, Alex Cruz, 2 straight from off the pace to start Friday night racing. Roll Dem Bones, wow, there's a sharp horse. He just won the Hollywood Harbor Sprint Series. He took both events in that series, and he's won 3 in a row. And he didn't really have a great winning percentage over the last couple of seasons. In 2024, he also won the Hollywood Harbor Sprint Series, sponsored by Jody Peets. But one sharp horse right now. He's been claimed his last 4 starts, and he is now in the barn of George Rosales. Roll Dem Bones. 4 wins at Emerald Downs, 3 in a row this year, and of course that Hollywood Harbor Sprint Series victory in 2024. And 7-year-old, never been better. He's up to 11 wins. He has 18 seconds. So he was heavy on the places there until recently. He's won with 3 different riders as well. Adrian Castellano, Silvio Amador, and Blake Nunnally. And tonight, Kevin Krieger aboard. Again, he's changed barns now, 4 straight races. Roll Dem Bones, going 6 furlongs. Just won at that distance. Number 2, Conrad Meadows. He's a winner at Emerald Downs this year. He won right up on the lead. Couple really good races right out of the gate. And recently claimed by Howard Gibson, our leading trainer, Howard Howie Gibson, with a triple on Saturday, his first triple at Emerald Downs. And his first stakes win on Sunday with Matty going coastal. And up to 20 wins for the season. 34%, just a dream season for trainer Howard Gibson. Conrad Meadows, claimed for $8,000, drops below that price for this race. He comes back in a week after going unplaced behind Bluegrass Go-Go, who was the best horse last Friday in a sprint. He dominated in that last 3/16 of a mile, did the winner. So Conrad Meadows, good speed. Castellanos back aboard. Number 3 is Hadley's Honor. He's a winner at Emerald Downs this year and just ran second to Roll Dem Bones. So last 2 starts, both sprints, both big efforts for Hadley's Honor. Also in the barn of George Rosales. And he generally comes from a little bit off the pace. Had a Phoenix campaign, a lot of 2-turn races earlier this year for Hadley's Honor, but responding to these sprint races of late. Blake Nunnally aboard tonight. Number 4 is Olympic Legend, and he was razor sharp early in the meet with a first, second, and a third. He's been unplaced in his last 3, but he does drop in class today. Last time seen at 5,000, claiming he did win. Candy Kreiderman trainee Talia Taimantois aboard tonight on Olympic Legend. Field of 6 in the third to sprint 6 furlongs. Number 5, Peter Flies, comes off a win. 2 wins, 5 seconds at Emerald Downs from just 10 starts, so 70% in the exacta here. Trainer Charles Essex has his winning rider Lenny Ciceron back aboard. Ciceron up for that flag fall to finish score on July 10th. Good early speed from Peter Flies. Ciceron up and outside. It's going to be real good magic for trainer Dan Markle, coming out of a couple starter allowance races. Last time in a claiming race he won. That was in late May here at Emerald Downs. It was for $3,500, but pretty sharp horse. He had a wide trip last time out against a good field. 6 older horses sprinting 6 furlongs in the Olympic Eagle Purse.
Horses are on the track for the third race tonight in the Olympic Eagle Purse at 6 furlongs. It's a claiming event, purse of $12,000. It brings out 3-year-olds and upward. Post time coming up in 6 minutes.
Coming up on the third at Emerald Downs, again, the start of our 50-cent pick 5 wager. And get those entry blanks in if you want to throw the horseshoe tonight. Get your entry blank in at the customer service center at the back end of the building there on track level. And you may be selected to be one of 3 contestants in tonight's horseshoe toss. The third race is a sprint for older horses. And let's head up to Tom Harris.
Joe, who's the celebrity tosser tonight?
Gary, our promotions man, takes care of that. I don't know who that might be. That's always a good surprise.
Always a good surprise. Okay, got that. How about Hadley's Honor here in the third race? Number 3, Blake Nunley has the call. This one almost up in the last against Rolled M Bones. Seems to be coming to task now. Hadley's Honor has been a really flexible sort around 2 turns and also at short distance as well. So tonight, 6 furlongs is his assignment. We'll see if he can get it done. Roll Them Bones, all the speed in the world at the inside. Good post position to go along with it. And Real Good Magic on the outside rounds out my three. I go 3, 1, and 6 here in the third.
Okay, a little bit of a price play. Hadley's Honor, but certainly two excellent sprint races off a series of 1 mile tries. Hadley's Honor, number 3 for Tom. Steve Haar and I both selected number 6, Real Good Man. Actually, let's take that back. Steve's on Roll Them Bones, number 1, on a 3-race winning streak. And I'm on the 6, Real Good Magic. Real Good Magic coming out of those starter races back into a claimer. He's run well. A little bit tougher competition, possibly last couple races. He fared okay, 3rd and a 4th. And his last race in a claimer was a victory here at Emerald Downs. I'll go 6. Tom goes 3. Steve 1 here in the third.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the third. Third race tonight, the Olympic Eagle Purse at 6 furlongs. Field set to load now. Conrad Meadows one off the rail. Goes right up. Hadley's Honor. Next one to go. Now they're joined by Peter Flies. Real Good Magic, outside post. Open slot for Olympic Legend. Roll Them Bones, inside post, last one. And the speedy Roll Them Bones settles in, all in the gate. And runners away. Good start for Peter Flies from the outside. Conrad Meadows off well from between horses. Roll Them Bones kicks on third along the rail as they sprint up the backstretch. There's another 2 to Hadley's Honor. Olympic Legend perched up to the outside of that. 2 more to Real Good Magic. Half-mile away now as they hustle for the far turn. Peter Flies blazing the trail, leads it by 2.5. Conrad Meadows right behind by the same. Then comes Roll Them Bones, a closer third. 2.5 or 3 to Hadley's Honor next. Up along the outside, Real Good Magic picks up the running. Olympic Legend is back of that as they run to the top of the stretch. It's Peter Flies out front as they head for home now. Peter Flies at the inside first off the turn. Conrad Meadows pressing from the outside. And Roll Them Bones middle of the racetrack. In deep stretch they come now from between horses. Conrad Meadows out front. Roll Them Bones is chasing. Hadley's Honor in late. The race to the finish, and Conrad Meadows to win it. Conrad Meadows cleared 2.5 from Roll Them Bones. Hadley's Honor followed. Olympic Legend back to Real Good Magic and Peter Flies. Running time of the race, 1:10 and 62/100. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the third race tonight. Finishing first, it was number 2, Conrad Meadows. Second was number 1, Roll Them Bones. Finishing third, number 3, Hadley's Honor. And fourth came number 4, Olympic Legend. Running time of the race, 1:10 and 62/100. Third race tonight, the Olympic Eagle Purse. Results for the third race now stand official. Into the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Conrad Meadows. He's owned by Kevin Shivaria, Howie Gibson, and trained by Howie Gibson. Ridden to victory by jockey Adrian Castellanos. 5-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Attaboy Roy from Goose Prairie. She was sired by Nationhood. Bred here in Washington by Clemens View Farm. Here's a look at the prices for the third race tonight. Winner number 2, Conrad Meadows, $8.40 on the win ticket, $4.22 to place, $3.34 to show. Number 1, Roll Dem Bones, $3.40 to place, $2.72 to show. Number 3, Hadley's Honor, $4.38 on the show ticket. Winning exacta, $12.10. Rolling double, $34.36. 50-cent trifecta, $22.60. 10-cent super, $17.08. Winning pick 3, $103.94 on the early pick 3. Referring back to the second race for a moment, there was a claim in the second race tonight. Number 4, Slippery Silk, was claimed. The new owner, Steve Mayotte. The new trainer, Jose Puentes. Number 4, Slippery Silk, was claimed out of the second race tonight. Coming up, the fourth race tonight at 6 furlongs. Fourth race, the Lucky One Lemonade Purse. Number 8, Reef City, was scratched out of it. Scratch number 8, Reef City. Post time for the fourth race, 8:16, 17 minutes until post time. Your attention, trainers Joe Toy, Kendra Lyons, Jamie Perryman Cruz, Howie Gibson, and Charlie Essex. Contact the claims clerk, please. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 claims in the third race tonight. Number 1, Roll Dem Bones, was claimed. The new owner, Bill Jensen. The new trainer, Joe Toy. Number 1, Roll Dem Bones, claimed out of the third. Number 6, Real Good Magic, also claimed. The new owner, James Marshall. The new trainer, Alexis Silva Martinez. Number 6, Real Good Magic, claimed from the third.
Coming up on race number 4 at Emerald Downs as we move along on a Fab Friday. Great crowd here, and take advantage of those specials, Fab Friday specials at bars and concession stands. 4th race is an older horse sprint. Trainer Charles Essex standing here with me. He's got some action coming up in that 6th race tonight, the FTF at 1.70 miles, Fun Times Friday. And Charlie, we were just talking about Aloha Breeze. She's been so sensational around here. 9 stakes wins for a filly or mare, tied with Fleet Pacific and Ropers and Wranglers. And Charles Essex horses somehow beat Aloha Breeze on 3 different occasions. You've really got to marvel at that, and that is an accomplishment.
Yeah, she's tough to outrun. Yeah, for sure. Routing seems to be a little easier to beat her routing, but sprinting, she's real tough to outrun.
Yeah, twice in routes. What was the one that okay, I'm stumbling here. Stay Sassy beat her last year.
Yeah. Jamie's Inheritance
Jamie
beater is a 3-year-old.
Jamie's Inheritance.
Is a 3-year-old beater, and then Blazing beater. I don't remember what year.
Blazing Bella Blue, that great Washington bred, was state champion 4 years in a row. She beat her in the Hastings in a sprint. And Aloha Breeze, sensational this year, 3 for 3. And, you know, you did beat her twice in a route, but she is going to go down as one of the track's all-time greats, as is Blazing Bella Blue.
Yeah, she's a beautiful filly. Aloha is, and it's fun to watch her.
Oh, man. The sprint races, you know, at age 6, she is 3 for 3 this year. Hey, you've got Back to Liberty and Julian in Paris in. You just claimed Back to Liberty, but he looks pretty versatile, doesn't he?
Yeah, he seems pretty versatile. I don't know a lot about him. We're just taking a shot in here. You know, we're hoping we can get him out of the gate clean. The 3rd time off the shelf, get his best race. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he's tactical. And then Julian in Paris, you claimed a few back. Boy, he gives a good effort every time. We know he's due.
Yeah, he seems to kind of make the lead and kind of get caught again. So let's hopefully, if he does this time, it's last second.
Well, Kevin Krieger knows him, so you got to leave it up to Kevin.
Yes, he does. Knows him well.
Looks like you got a couple good chances in there. And Stay Sassy, she okay after her race?
Seems to be just fine. Yes.
Good news. Our distaff winner last year. Good luck tonight, Charlie. Charlie Essex has Back to Liberty and Julian in Paris in the FTF 6th race. We're going to the track for the 4th, the start of our last pick 4 on a Friday night. We'll have selections coming up.
Dan Harrington's call to post for the 4th race tonight, the Lucky One Lemonade Purse at 6 furlongs. It's a claiming event, purse of $8,500. It's for 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 8, Reef City, has been scratched. Post time coming up in just over 5 minutes. And race fans, time now to announce our contestants for tonight's $1,000 horseshoe toss, and it is presented by Lucky One Lemonade. If you hear your name announced, please contact the winner's circle. Christine Clement from Bonnie Lake. Christine from Bonnie Lake. Check in at the winner's circle, please. Cassie Gabriette. Cassie Gabriette of Milton. And Jordan McLeod, also of Milton. You three are the contestants. In case there's a no-show, we have eligibles, also eligibles. Alternate one is Sean Watson from Gig Harbor. Alternate two is Mike Hoffner of Bonnie Lake. Once again, if you heard your name announced, contact the winner's circle at this time.
Coming up on race number 4 at Emerald Downs, the Lucky One Lemonade Purse. A 6 furlong sprint for older horses, scratch number 8. 7 runners here. We've got 8 in the 5th race and 9 runners in the 6th and 7th. We've got a nice lively late pick 4 starting right here, and let's head up to Tom.
Joe, all I know is you and I are slow out of the gate tonight. We got to get on the board here somewhere. Maybe this will be the one. I am looking for just maybe a mid-range price here with the 7. That's Hot Goblin, who shortens the step just a little bit here to sprint distance. Checking in for the lowest price tag so far as well is Hot Goblin, and Blake Nunley has the assignment. He knows this. Well, this will be his first call actually on this horse. So this one dropping from claiming 5 to 2,500. Maybe this will be the spot for Hot Goblin. Then you got Handsome Ticket on the inside, getting all the wagering attention right now. 3 to 5 on the odds board for that one. Looks to be getting closer now. That inside post position will be a plus as well. And Slew Skies, number 5, rounds out my top 3. Also a possible long shot in this race. Alex Cruz has won 2 so far. 7, 1, and 5. My picks here in the 4th.
Okay, Hot Goblin on top. Second favorite behind the strong favorite, Handsome Ticket, who I didn't get past him. He had some second out improvement here up from California via Arizona, and his last race was a pretty darn good effort. He's taken just a slight drop down to 2,500. Seems pretty tactical from the inside. Adrian Castellanos aboard. Handsome Ticket for me. Steve Hars also went that direction. Hot Goblin for Tom from just a little bit off the pace, and we haven't seen a wire-to-wire winner yet tonight, so possibilities there. 7 for Tom, 1 for Steve and myself here in the 4th.
And the horses have arrived at the starting gate. Post time for the fourth. Fourth race tonight, the Lucky One Lemonade Purse at 6 furlongs. In the field set to load for this one, Handsome Ticket. The heavy favorite at 1-2, first one to go up. Well, Handsome Ticket backed out of it, so there goes My Hero, goes on up to the mark. Our Bloke looks it over. Our Bloke steps in. Here comes Slew Skies. Pick a lane, Frank, one from the outside. Handsome Ticket now goes forward. Hot Goblin outside post. Trouble at the gate there with number 4, Our Bloke. Our Bloke charging the gate door. Unseating Lenny Seacheron. Runners backed off the mark for the moment. Lenny Seacheron up and walking around back of the gate. And ladies and gentlemen, your attention please in this fourth race. Upon the advice of the track, a veterinarian, and by order of the stewards, number 4, Our Bloke, has now been scratched. Scratch number 4, Our Bloke. Win, place, and show wagers will be refunded. There'll be a consolation payoff in the rolling double. If you had the winning combination in the third race, number 2, Conrad Meadows, coupled to number 4, Our Bloke, in the fourth race, once again, there will be a consolation payoff for those combinations. If you had number 4, Our Bloke, combined in your multi-race wagers, your selection will be automatically transferred to the post-time wagering favorite in this fourth race. Currently, that would be the 1-9 shot, number 1, Handsome Ticket. Once again, late scratch here. Number 4, Our Bloke's been scratched out of it. Currently being escorted off the track. Just as soon as he is clear of the track, we'll be off and running once again for the fourth race. And the jockey's been given the riders up call once again as Our Bloke is being escorted off the track here. Once again, the field set to load. And here comes There Goes My Hero, right up to the line. Now Slew Skies to join that one. Pick a Lane Frank looks it over, steps in. Handsome Ticket inside post. Hot Goblin on the outside. Open slot for Mobley. Goes in. Full set. Little fractious, Handsome Ticket, and runners away. Rank start for Mobley. Mobley off stride and hopped at the start. There goes Handsome Ticket, the favorite, darts right to the lead here. There goes My Hero, picks up the chase, and along the outside, Hot Goblin is racing next. Prompted from between horses, Pick a Lane Frank, span of 4. Back to Slew Skies and Mobley at the tail. They take it on for the far turn just over 3/8 away. Handsome Ticket going smoothly out here and leads it by 3, 3.5, make it 4. There goes My Hero chasing second. Pick a Lane Frank to Hot Goblin next on the outside. Still 3 to Mobley after a rough start trying to get back into it from the tail of the pack and a quarter mile away. Slew Skies at the back. They round the turn and head for home. Handsome Ticket under an easy hold, leads it by 4 now as they take it to the final furlong. It's Handsome Ticket just jogging down the stretch. There goes My Hero, is racing second. Hot Goblin into third, but it is Handsome Ticket who was much the best. Handsome Ticket, easy winner by 5 or 6. There goes My Hero second. Slew Skies into third to Hot Goblin. Pick a Lane Frank and Mobley. Running time on the board, 1:11 and 2/100. Your attention, trainers Jorge Rosales and Mary Tate. Contact the claims clerk, please. Trainers Jorge Rosales and Mary Tate. Contact the claims clerk, please. Unofficial order of finish on the board for the 4th race. Finishing first, it was number 1, Handsome Ticket. Second was number 2, There Goes My Hero. Third, number 5, Slew Skies. Fourth, number 7, Hot Goblin. 4th race tonight, the Lucky One Lemonade Purse. Running time of the race, 1:11 and 2/100. Results for the 4th race official. The official winner, number 1, Handsome Ticket. In the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Handsome Ticket. He's owned by Hat Trick Racing, trained by Francisco Rodriguez. Back-to-back wins and a riding double for jockey Adrian Castellanos. Handsome Ticket, a 7-year-old chestnut gelding by Speightstown. From Marwa, she was sired by Exceed and Excel. Handsome Ticket was bred in Kentucky by Runnymede Farm. Falgarez Bloodstock Gustot Zer. And a look at the prices for the fourth race. Winner number 1, Handsome Ticket, $2.28 to win. $2.10 on the place and show. Number 2, There Goes My Hero, $4.36 to place, $2.70 to show. Number 5, Slew Skies, $3.16 on the show ticket. Winning Exacta, $3.15. 2-4 Consolation Double, $3.77. Winning Combo on the double, 2 and 1, $5.31. 50-cent Trifecta, $5.70. 10-cent Super, $1.74. Coming up in the fifth race, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at 6 1/2 furlongs. No changes in the fifth race. Post time on the board at 8:42, less than 12 minutes until post time. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a claim in the fourth race tonight. Number 1, Handsome Ticket was claimed. The new owners, Gene Heredia, Elucid Flores Sandoval, Eliana Thompson, the new trainer, Jorge Rosales. Number 1, Handsome Ticket was claimed out of the fourth race. Hey fans, don't forget you can be a VIP for a day. Sunday, August 2nd, we're having a suite party. Enjoy a day in our 6th floor suites with the best views of the races and Mount Rainier. Lunch will feature our chef's favorite selections. You must be 21 years of age or older. Only 60 tickets available. It's just $65 per person. That includes admission, program tip sheet, and lunch buffet. All taxes and services are included. Get your tickets at EmeraldDowns.com.
Race number 5 at Emerald Downs, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. It's a 6.5 furlong sprint. 4 fillies and mares, non-winners of 3 condition, and the start of the late pick 3. This is a lively pick 3 with field size of 8, 9, and 9, and good competitive races all. 12% takeout in the pick 3. That compares very, very favorably to the national average. Let's take a look at the horses for the 5th. Coconut Dreams has the rail, and she just didn't get into her best stride in her most recent. But prior to that, a win, and prior to that, 2 seconds. So Coconut Dreams has had a good run here at Emerald Downs in 2026. She's in the barn of Kimberly Johnston after a claim a couple races back. Coconut Dreams generally right up on the lead, and she could have a little company today. She goes against some familiar foes. She's run against Kinky Moon a couple of times here and in Phoenix. Kinky Moon is number 3. Bumping River, Cut and Curl. Alyssa Morales aboard Coconut Dreams from the rail. Number 2, Coiffeur. Coiffeur, 3 starts at Emerald Downs. She's been unplaced in all 3, but in tough. Ran into Miss Dynamic, and Maximum Sparkle has been in each of her last 2 starts. Maximum Sparkle having an excellent season. So Coiffeur dropping in class for Terry Eaton. Generally stalking closing mode for Calbred 5-year-old mare. There's the 3, Kinky Moon, and she has impressed with her late kick, and we've seen some stretch runners do well at Emerald Downs so far tonight. Kinky Moon, a win and a couple of seconds in her first venture up to Emerald Downs, and big finishes in all 3. Steve Fisher, trainee, back in for $15,000. She just ran second to Annika's Song, did Kinky Moon. Frank Alvarado returns to ride. Number 4 there is Bumping River, and another quality runner in this field. She owns a couple of wins at Emerald Downs. In fact, excuse me, all 17 of her career starts are right here. Washington bred by a Brage. In behind Kinky Moon in that recent race, July 5th. Generally stalking type runner. Won first out back in May, and it's had a couple of fourths and a third since then. Jose Navarro runner, Bumping River. Cut and curl with a big chance tonight. Third behind Kinky Moon, just a neck behind Kinky Moon on July 5th. And previous to that, a win. Another stretch runner. And apprentice Pablo Castillo aboard, getting weight with trainer Terry Eaton. Cut and curl the 5. Swift Caro had a rough trip last time out. Broke quite slowly. Her race was in trouble from the beginning with Miss Dynamic out on the lead. Swift Caro dropping in class for Tom Wenzel. His barn winning at 32% entering the week. Adrian Castellanos aboard. Kier Royale, a big chance up front. She did go wire to wire at this distance in May. She was on place behind Kinky Moon and Cut and Curl recently, but a possible good pace scenario for the K. Cooper trainee with Kevin Orozco. An Army Knife on the outside, coming off a win. Doug Carlson has Blake Nunnally back up. We're on the track for the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse.
Dan Harrington's call to post for the 5th race tonight, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. A distance of 6 1/2 furlongs, claiming event. Purse is $14,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. They'll arrive at the gate in less than 5 minutes to post time.
It's race number 5 at Emerald Downs, and this is a sprint for fillies and mares at 6 1/2 furlongs. The start of the last pick 3, races 5, 6, and 7 coming up. First the 5th, and first let's go up to Tom.
Well, Joe, you got off the Schneid. Good on you. Getting that winner home in
We
front.
got that 1-9 handsome ticket coming through.
A win is a win is a win.
Yeah,
Right?
you can't deny that.
So take it, and we move on. How about this 5th race at 6 1/2 furlongs? I like Kinky Moon in here, not alone. Co-favored at 2-1 on the board right now. Kinky Moon checks in here, a good runner-up at this level last time in the last. has met several of these rivals in the $8,000 claiming bracket. Certainly has a good finish to offer. So I'll go with Kinky Moon here in Frank Alvarado, number 3. Cut and Curl, second selection. Another late running thread has been right there among this type. And Cur Royale, number 7, to round out my top 3. This one certainly has the ability and I think deserves another look here after giving way in the last race. Cur Royale's put forth some nice efforts, and I don't think can be discounted off that one race. 3, 5, and 7, my picks here in the 5th.
Okay, 3 on top, Kinky Moon. 3 good races at Emerald Downs, and 6.5, just seemingly her best distance as well. She should make a big move in here. I'm going to take Cure Royale. I think she gets a great pace scenario. She proves she doesn't have to have the lead, but she's going to be very tactical in here. And drifting up a little bit. Let's see. She's number 7. Well, she's going to go off at 3-1 according to the Dynamic Morning Line, which is very accurate. I'm on the 7. Tom is on the 3. And Steve Hart, our guest on Handicapper's Corner, on number 6. Swift Caro here in the 5th.
Once again, if you heard your name announced earlier for the $1,000 horseshoe toss, please check in at the winner's circle at this time. And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 5th. 5th race tonight, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at 6 1/2 furlongs. Coconut Dreams, first one in. Cut and Curl, middle of the gate. Swift Caro looks it over. Now joined by Koifer, one off the rail. Bumping River strolls to the mark. Cur Royale, one from the outside. Army Knife heads to the mark. Kinky Moon, last one. Goes in. All set. And runners away. Often tightly knit fashion, Army Knife, Cur Royale, the outside, got away smartly out of the chute onto the main oval. Bumping Rivers right there from between horses, and Coconut Dreams kicks on at the rail. 3 to Swift Caro mid-pack, another 3 to Coifer. Cut and Curl is directly back of that one as they continue to run up the backstretch, and Kinky Moon trails. Half mile away, the leaders going at it. Bumping River, Coconut Dreams, the inside, they move together. Up to the outside, Cur Royale is looming in the shadows, third by a length and a half. Swift Caro is fourth by 2. Army Knife back of that, and around the turn they go. And Bumping River just in front, 3 parts. On the outside, Cur Royale is right there, a threatening presence. Coconut Dreams backs out of it. Swift Caro kicks on from the outside. They round the turn and race for home now, and there goes Cur Royale. Cur Royale is right there quickly to engage. Bumping River is at the inside. Late save from Kinky Moon. Kinky Moon full of run. 70 yards away, and Kinky Moon puts them away by 4 or 5. Coifer was in there second. Cut and Curl back of that, followed by Cur Royale. Swift Caro is next. Army Knife. Along the inside, Coconut Dreams drifting second last, and Bumping River. Running time, pretty quick, minute 16 and 70/100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board. Finishing first, it was number 3, Kinky Moon. Second was number 2, Coifer. Third, number 5, Cut and Curl. Fourth came number 7, Cur Royale. Running time of the race, a minute 16 and 70/100 Results official. The official winner, number 3, Kinky Moon. Fifth race tonight, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, Kinky Moon. Owned by Paul Hageman, trained by Steve Fisher. On board for the winning ride, jockey Frank Alvarado. Kinky Moon, a 6-year-old bay mare by Tom's Tribute from Full Snow Moon. She was sired by Vindication. Kinky Moon was bred in California by DP Racing, LLC. Here's a look at the prices for the fifth race tonight. Winner number 3, Kinky Moon, $680 on the win, $426 to place, $276 to show. Number 2, Coiffure, $448 to place, $336 to show. Number 5, Cut and Curl, $5.18 to show. Winning Exacta, $16.46. The rolling double, $3.68. 50-cent trifecta, $42.28, 10-cent super, $34.16. Winning pick 3, $11.35. Pick 4 worth $115.11. Coming up in the sixth race tonight, the FTF starter allowance purse at 1 mile 70 yards. No changes in the sixth race. Post time for the sixth race coming up at 9:08. 13 minutes until post time. And fans, time to go trackside. Here's Joe Withy.
Thank you, Tom. And yeah, it's time for the $1,000 Lucky One Lemonade Horseshoe Toss. Looks like a little shorter toss tonight. Somebody must have whispered in Gary's ear or something because it's a shorter throw. Alex Cruz is here to throw the horseshoe. Alex, couple of wins tonight, 5 consecutive jockey championships. Alex Cruz and Ricky Frazier, 5 titles at this track. Alex had to feel good winning those first 2.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Much more to do this year for Alex Cruz. You're our celebrity tosser. Get up there and show our contestants on how to throw a horseshoe. Make some music up there on that stake, Alex. Right-hander, he's got it. Oh, it was rotating good, Alex, just a little bit to the right. Thank you, Alex. Okay, we have 3 throwing for $1,000, and it looks like Christine Clement of Bonnie Lake is ready to go. She's wasting no time. Christine, for $1,000. Flat-footed, bounce up there. Oh, you did get a big bounce, but it just didn't bounce far enough. Good try, Christine. Let's go with Connie, or I'm sorry, I got to put my glasses on. Carrie?
Cassie. Just Cassie. It's okay.
Cassie is ready, and she's from Milton, just up the road. Cassie Gabinet. Cassie, this is for $1,000. The horseshoe toss. Right-handed throw. Okay, sometimes it kicks for you. So it's open, Sean Watson from Gig Harbor. Our one male contestant tonight, the $1,000 Lucky Lemonade Horseshoe Toss. Sean Watson's got it going right at it, right over the top. Sean, that might be good enough for $100. It is. That's a $100 toss for Sean Watson of Gig Harbor. Hey, thanks, Cassie and Christine, for playing. We'll do it again next Friday here at Emerald Downs.
Fans, be sure to join us this Saturday and Sunday. That's tomorrow and Sunday. Fiesta Premio Esmeralda right here at Emerald Downs. A fun weekend celebrating Hispanic heritage. We'll have the dancing horses, live music, dancers, plus great food vendors in the park. Gates open at 11:30 a.m. First horse show on the track is 1:30 p.m. And the first race will be at 2:15 p.m. Join us this Saturday and Sunday, tomorrow and Sunday, Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. Hey fans, next weekend, August 1st and 2nd, is our food truck and beer festival in the park during the races. Gates open at 12:20, first race 150 both days. Make plans to join us right here. First Bet giving you up to a $250 sign-up bonus when you open an account with the promo code EMD200. That's EMD200. Bet $1,000 in your first 60 days. That's 20% rebate on your first $1,000 in wagers. Download the First Bet app. That's 1/STBet today to get started. Remember to use that promo code EMD200 and claim the exclusive bonus. Download the app now. Play today. First Bet.
Race number 6 at Emerald Downs. This is our Friday night feature race. It's the Fun Times Friday starter allowance and a nice hefty pot of $24,000 for these starter allowance foes. Thanks to Jody Peets for her very generous contribution. And House of Lords is the top name in here. He's number 2. Why? Because he's 3 for 4 at Emerald Downs this year. All his wins around 2 turns. As we look at Back to Liberty, a lot of chances in here. Back to Liberty can run 2 turns. He just ran 3rd behind Pistol Power and Royal Halo. And some of the other top contenders, number 4, Julian in Paris, is on a string of outstanding finishes. He's trying to get that first win of 2026. 7 placings for Julian in Paris, including 5 for 5 at this meeting. Kevin Krieger up for Charles Essex there. Wood Ceiling comes off a big second place finish at a mile behind Afjan. Pistol Power, the venerable 12-year-old, 2 straight wins, both around 2 turns. He's 5 for 9 at the distance. 15 Emerald Downs wins, 9 to the track for the FTF starter allowance.
Horses on the track for the 6th race tonight. It is the FTF Starter Allowance Purse, a distance of 1 mile, 70 yards. Starter Allowance event, purse of $24,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward. They'll be off and running in less than 5 minutes. Post time, less than 5 away. Fans, don't forget Breakfast at the Wire returns Saturday, August the 8th and the 15th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It'll be located near the Paddock Grill. Admission is free, plus you receive a free breakfast item. Don't miss Breakfast at the Wire, Saturday, August 8th and 15th.
Race number 6 at Emerald Downs, our Friday night Fun Times Friday feature race at 1.70 miles. 9 4-year-olds and upward under starter allowance conditions. And there's a look at one of our runners. That would be Julian in Paris. He has been knocking on the door, threatening to win, big efforts. Just hasn't quite got there first yet at this meeting. Currently at 5-2. Dynamic morning line shows House of Lords, the post time probable favorite. Let's go up to Tom. Tom, you were on Kinky Moon. Boy, she was really, really impressive in that 5th race.
Big finish from Kinky Moon tonight as we get ready for this 6th race, Joe. I like House of Lords here. House of Lords currently 5-2, so not a bad price there. Pretty good bargain for the money. This one has won 3 out of the last 4 efforts. Pretty much a now racehorse. Tough around 2 turns. I think the extra 70 yards will only help this one. And speaking of extra yards, Julian in Paris, who you mentioned, may enjoy this extra distance here as well. Toppers at Seaside rounds out my top 3. I go 2-4-7 here in the 6th.
Okay, 2 on top. Not surprising. House of Lords has really been outstanding, going 3 for 4. And he's not giving weight to his foes here. I'm going to have to go in his direction as well. I did put Wood Ceiling second. So Tom and I both on number 2. Steve Haar, our guest on Handicapper's Corner, went number 6, Light the Beam, here in race 6.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 6th. Going in the gate for the FTF starter allowance purse at 1.70 miles. House of Lords and Light the Beam first 2 up. Here comes Royal Halo. Now Toppers at Seaside steps to the mark. Now joined by Julian in Paris. Wood Ceiling one from the outside. Pistol Power. Outside post. Street Bender in the middle. Back to Liberty will be the last one up. Back to Liberty to the inside post. And the 6th. All in. And runner's way. Good start for all. Toppers at Seaside broke smartly. There goes Back to Liberty, rushing up to take the early lead. House of Lords is just back of that one as they make way round the first turn, and it's Back to Liberty who sets the tone early and leads it by 1.25 lengths. House of Lords tracking second by 2.5. Toppers at Seaside's holding third. Then we go to Royal Halo, Street Vendor, Light the Beam, all run together now as they prepare for that backstretch run. Up along the outside wood ceiling from third last, 2.5 clear of Julian in Paris, and Pistol Powers at the tail. Back to Liberty's led it from gates opening. They head midway up the backstretch, 22:57, first fraction. Tracked by House of Lords next. Moving through along the inside comes Street Vendor now. Toppers at Seaside is next up to the outside. Followed by Light the Beam. Julian in Paris begins to stir from back of the pack. Half in 45 and 77 100ths. And Back to Liberty extends the lead by 3. House of Lords trying to stay within striking range. Street Vendor back of that one in third. Julian in Paris is gearing up. Fourth on the outside. They round the turn and run for home. Back to Liberty kicks off the turn. 3 clear of House of Lords. Here comes Julian in Paris on the grandstand side. Street Vendors at the rail, but Back to Liberty continues to fight him off. It's Back to Liberty going wire to wire and wins it by 5. Julian in Paris was second. Street Vendor followed House of Lords. Then Back to Light the Beam. Then came Toppers at Seaside. Royal Halo was back of that one to Pistol Power and Wood Ceiling. Time for the mile 70, 1:40 and 17 100ths. Sixth race tonight, the FTF starter allowance. Once again, that running time for a mile 70 was 1:40 and 17 100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board. First, it's number 1, Back to Liberty. Second was number 4, Julian in Paris. Finishing third, number 5, Street Vendor. And fourth, number 2, House of Lords. Here's one more look at the replay. Back to Liberty going all the way tonight. Results for the sixth race official. The official winner, Back to Liberty. Into the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, it's Back to Liberty. Owned by Woodway Stable and Charlie Essex, trained by Charlie Essex. That's 3 wins on the night for jockey Adrian Castellanos. Back to Liberty's a 6-year-old, Dark Bay or Brown Gelding by Bakken. From Montero, she was sired by Louis Quatorze. Back to Liberty was bred in British Columbia, Canada by Red Rock Farm and Suzanne Anderson. Here's a look at the prices for the 6th race. Winner number 1, Back to Liberty, $22.60 on the win ticket. $10.66 to place, $6.76 to show. Number 4, Julian in Paris, $5.22 to place, $3.42 to show. Number 5, Street Vendor, $4.12 on the show ticket. Winning exacta, $51.51. Rolling double worth $65.74. 50-cent trifecta, $114.45. 10-cent super returns $61.51. Winning pick 3, $33.38. Let's head down to the Michelob Ultra Winner Circle. Here's Joe visiting with the winners.
Yep, thanks, Tom. And trainer Charles Essex and owner Paul Barbano, they're going back and forth whose idea was to claim, what was our strategy tonight, why did we run him a mile. They're trying to figure it out, but they're smiling all the while because first off, the claim Back to Liberty with a convincing victory. Paul, great job. You've dipped in and claimed a few around Emerald Downs over our 30 years, and this was quick dividends.
Well, yeah, it's fun. You claim a horse to put in a starter race. Charlie said we should find something for that, and we were running out of time. We found this one, and Adrian put him on the lead, which was surprising, needless to say. And there, he ran well. I mean, Charlie did a great job with him the last couple weeks, obviously. So.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie, we talked to him earlier, and he wasn't sure what to expect, but the horse did have some two-turn experience and, saving ground from the one hole. And Adrian Castellanos is having a great season and a great night.
Yeah. The horse, his third time off the layoff, it helped him a lot that way. Didn't get out of the gate at all last time, so. And I think it's just figuring out the mile track. This horse is just kind of coming around right now here.
Coming around in a big way, and you ran 1-2 in there. Congratulations.
Yeah, that little horse has been a lot of fun. He hasn't won one with for us yet, but I don't think he's run a bad one since we had him.
I can see Paul's mind is spinning right now on what to do next time out, but this is a great surprise, or a pleasant outcome.
There's another. Jody's putting up more money, right, for something else, right?
Exactly. Thanks to Jody Peets for the enhanced purse and the FTF Friday feature race. It goes to Back to Liberty, Back to Liberty.
Looking ahead to the 7th and final, it's the Pepsi Purse at 6 furlongs tonight. Number 1, Flight Rider, will race with blinkers on. Blinkers on, number 1, Flight Rider. The bell sounds in the winner's circle. Donation made by the Connections to the Thoroughbred Aftercare Program. Special thanks to your donations tonight. Fans, next Friday, it's our final Fab Friday night of the season, but not the end of Fab Friday fun. Starting Saturday, August 8th, all your favorite Fab Friday specials will move to Super Saturday, including free admission with your Fab Friday shirt and the $1,000 horseshoe toss.
Race number 7, time at Emerald Downs. Thanks for coming out tonight. A real nice summer evening at Emerald Downs. Premio Esmeralda weekend tomorrow and Sunday. Sábado y Domingo. Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. And we'll have the first dancing horse show at 1:30 tomorrow. Let's take a look at these horses. This is a maiden race. The 7th and final, Flight Rider, blinkers on for George Rosales. Blake Nunnally aboard, coming off a 3rd place finish on this level. So many contenders in here. Melvin's Loot, the 2, broke a little slowly in his most recent after a good seasonal debut for Rosie Simpkins. Kevin Krieger up tonight. And he ran on a little bit after being way back early. Stratajet dominated that race of July 5th. Melvin's Loot 4th. Finished behind 1 Phil and 3 Ps. Those are 2 of his foes tonight. There's the Bronx Bull. Couple of good thirds at the meeting. He was 5th last time out. Didn't really get out of the gate as he had in his previous 2. Lenny Citron for Debbie Van Horn tonight on the Bronx Bull. Stalking Speed. 3 Ps. Calm there in the walking ring. Comes off a 3rd place finish in a 8-horse field. Several lengths behind 1 Phil, who's number 7 in here. 3 Ps from trainer Scott Tubbs. Frank Alvarado aboard. 2 Crews with Kevin Orozco. He is a first-time starter in here by Dancing Candy. And the dam has produced 3 winners from 5 previous starters. Kay Cooper has had a lot of success, especially this year with first-time starters. And Kevin Orozco has been aboard, I believe, all of them. There's Harbor Buddy, the 6. He's class dropping for Tim McCanna, coming off a couple of races at 25,000. He's down to 10 tonight. Silvio Amador on the 6 on the track there. Number 7, 1 Phil for trainer Vince Gibson and Alex Anaya aboard. 1 Phil just ran 2nd to Stratajet. Stratajet, big speed up front. 1 Phil tracked him, held 2nd of 8. My Sweet Forza, the 8 for George Rosales with Talia Timontois aboard. Closing 4th last time out. And Count Dahlia has speed, just ran 2nd as the favorite on this level. We're on the track for the 7th.
Horses are on the track for the 7th and final, the Pepsi Purse at 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming event, purse of $10,000. It's for maiden 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 1 Flight Rider will be racing with blinkers on number 1 Flight Rider. Post time coming up in less than 5 minutes.
Seventh and final at Emerald Downs, the Pepsi Purse, and a maiden race for 3-year-olds and up. It's a 6-furlong sprint. One first-time starter in the field. That's number 5, Two Crews, with jockey Kevin Orozco, and currently the favorite. Dynamic Morning Line is pointing out number 7, One Phil, as the post-time favorite, with a couple minutes left to wager. And track announcer Tom Harris is first to make a pick.
Joe, I got to go with the 5-2 Cruise here. This is a first-time starter going against horses with experience, yet I'm having a hard time getting past that 6-furlong workout of 1:11-1. It was a gate workout also. And, you win races with 1:11-1 in the maiden ranks. So if Two Crews can translate that into the running tonight, I think he's going to be pretty tough here. So Kevin Orozco, Two Crews for me. Melvin's Loot, my second selection here, showed some late interest in the last. I think the stretch from 5.5 to 6 will help out a little bit on that one. And Harbor Buddy rounds out my top 3. This one drops a level here. Good spot to improve. I go 5, 2, and 6 here in the 7th.
Okay, there is Tom Harris analysis. He's going with the first-time starter. Kay Cooper, outstanding, especially this meet with first-time starters and that July 11th work, outstanding. I did go Melvin's Loot. He ran on pretty nicely after a slow start. Stratejet dominated that race up front. Melvin's Loot really lost his best chance from that 2-post with the slow beginning. And as you mentioned, Tom, going from 5 to 6 furlongs should not hurt Melvin's Loot. I'm putting him on top. I'm going 2. Tom's going 5 in the 7th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time for the 7th. Field set to load for the 7th and final. It's the Pepsi Purse at 6 furlongs. Flight Rider into the gate. Two Crews. The first timer steps right in. Melvin's Loot, one off the rail. Now comes Harbor Buddy. The Bronx Bull under the breakaway blanket steps right up. Now they're joined by One Phil, 2 from the outside. 3 P's towards the middle of the gate. My Sweet Forza, second from the outside. Count Dahlia, last one. Count Dahlia goes in. All set. And runners away. Good start on the outside for One Phil, quick off the mark. Now comes Count Dahlia up to capture the early lead. Melvin's Loot is into the chase now with Flight Rider, the Bronx Bull, racing one off the rail. Two Crews moving from between horses with Harbor Buddy to the outside. 3 more to My Sweet Forza, 3 P's at the tail as they sprint for the far turn. Count Dahlia is the leader by a length. One Phil is right behind. Two Crews holding third. Harbor Buddy's next on the outside. Span of 3. Back to the Bronx Bull. Around the turn they go. Count Dahlia's moving well out front. Leads it by 2 with a quarter mile to go. One Phil is in pursuit. Two Crews from between horses. But Count Dahlia comes off the turn. 2.5 clear for the final furlong. One Phil is chasing. And the Bronx Bull back third, but in deep stretch, it's all Count Dahlia. Count Dahlia's running clear in the nightcap. Gonna win this one by more than a half dozen. Count Dahlia in front. One Phil finishing second to the Bronx Bull. Melvin's Loot followed, 3 P's. Flight Rider at the inside to My Sweet Forza with Two Crews. Then back at the tail with Harbor Buddy. Running time on the board was 1:09 and 2/100. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the 7th race. Finishing first, it was number 9, Count Dahlia. Second was number 7, One Phil. Finishing third, number 3, The Bronx Bull. And fourth, number 2, Melvin's Loot. Running time of the race was a fast 1:09 and 2/100. 7th race tonight, the Pepsi Purse. Results for the 7th race official. The official winner, number 9, Count Dahlia. Into the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, Count Dahlia. Owned by Joe and Gloria Russo. The winning trainer, Patty Laney. That's a riding triple for jockey Alex Cruz. 3-year-old Dark Banger Brown Gelding by Counterforce from Dancing Dahlia. She was sired by Finality. Bred in British Columbia, Canada by Suzanne Anderson. Here's a look at the prices for the 7th and final winner, number 9, Count Dahlia. Returns $12.26 to win, $5.58 to place, $4.48 to show. Number 7, One Phil, $3.22 to place, $3.14 to show. Number 3, The Bronx Bull, $13.48 on the show ticket. Winning exacta, $20.60. Late double paid $70.75. 50-cent trifecta, $126.19. 10-cent super, $152.32. The Pentafecta has a carryover for tomorrow of $1,498.01. Late pick 3, $193.39. The late pick 4, $176.35. The pick 5 tonight, $968.49. 10-cent jackpot pick 6, $1,150.75. No unique winning combinations in the jackpot pick 6, and that carryover pool for tomorrow now stands at $23,397.89. Race fans, tomorrow it's Premio Fiesta Esmeralda. Don't miss it. Join us right here. Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. A fun weekend celebrating Hispanic heritage. We'll have the dancing horses, live music, dancers, great food vendors in the park. Gates open at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. First horse show on the track at 1:30. The first post time is 2:15. Make plans to join us both Saturday and Sunday for Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. That'll do it for tonight's live action here.